In today's reading, I'm going to be reading Milk and Honey Devotional. Proverbs, a taste of sweetness. Gracious words are like a honeycomb, sweetness to the soul and health to the body. Proverbs 16:24. Do you really believe that words have the power to nourish us, that they can touch our souls with sweetness like honey, and as calcium does bring health to our bones? If there's anything we can say about Jesus, is that his words hold power. Power to speak the universe into existence, bring sight to the blind, and put words in the mouths of those who have never uttered any. The people who lived to hear the words of Jesus in real time were amazed at his teachings because of his authority. But what made them marvel were the gracious words he spoke. So while our words would never hang stars in space, they do have the power to nourish. As I sat happily working away in my favorite coffee shop, I heard the barista being genuinely kind to everyone as they placed their drink orders. I could feel the warmth inside me without even taking a sip from my hot latte. Her words weren't spoken directly to me, yet I could feel the goodness as I went about my day and headed over to a local farm stand. The warm smiles and kind exchanges between employees and customers made me feel it again. A sweetness inside me before I even had the chance to bite into the perfectly ripe strawberries I just purchased. What is this feeling? Just happiness? Perhaps it's something deeper. Nourishment. Yes, that's it. As I loaded the fresh produce into my car, I watched the sunset cast beams through the evening clouds and thought about the amount of honeycomb, as Proverbs calls it, I had eaten that day. I felt full, stuffed to the brim and satisfied with gracious words. Words that are filled with life are as energizing to our souls as glucose is to our cells. And if they have the capability to nourish, they also have the potential to do the opposite. I later found myself back into my favorite coffee shop, and a sweet elderly woman sat down next to me and offered a warm smile. As I responded in kindness, she proceeded to ask me what drink I ordered. A spiced butterscotch latte. You should try it. It's seasonal, so it will be gone soon. She looked down at a cappuccino with what seemed like regret, got up, and returned a few minutes later with what in hand. She felt the need to assure me that she would skip lunch without hesitation. I smiled and shook my hand kindly but firmly, assuring her, "Don't skip lunch. Enjoy your latte and enjoy your lunch." I heard her mindset before. Her words were reminiscent of my own, of the years I spent restricting food and speaking words that did nothing but nourish my soul. I thought harsh words would motivate me to be more self-controlled. I listened to my own critical voice about the gracious words of God. I experienced what James describes. With the tongue we praise our Lord and Father, and with it we curse human beings who have made in God's likeness. James 3:9. I had been cursing someone who had been made in the image of God, myself. It hit me like a ton of bricks. How can we love our neighbor as ourselves if we don't love ourselves? Not a love of self that fills us with pride, but a love that empties us because we've been filled with truth. How can I tell my friend to enjoy her latte and lunch if I won't first let God's love into my own heart in a way that spilled over onto my plate? From your words to your food, let love in so deep you're not afraid to jump high because your foundation is firm. Not a superficial self-love, but a soul grounded security in his love. Drink your latte, enjoy your lunch, and more than that, be nourished by the gracious words of Jesus. We love because he first loved us. We nourish others because we have been nourished. Let's be generous in giving out gracious words to others and find that they fill us up too.